I have a message, Your Majesty. The Imperial Army has begun an assault on former Arundel territory.
They've caught on to us.
And? How does Arundel fare?
The force we sent to bolster their defenses still holds the castle, but they're under considerable pressure. They may not hold out much longer.
That bad, huh? Could they have planted spies in our midst at the fortress?
Even were that the case, this would be an odd turn of events. We left sizable reserves guarding both Aryan Road and Arundel. Under those circumstances, Felix's unit alone would seem enough to keep the enemy at bay.
But this enemy marches under the flag of the Black Eagles. They appear to be the Emperor's personal battalion.
Edelgard's trying to seize Aryan Road personally?
The Emperor has panache, I'll give her that. It takes some real guts to confront the Kingdom and Alliance simultaneously. If you ask me, it feels like quite a roll of the dice for us to keep focusing on the West, while the Imperial threat marches towards us unchecked.
Still, it seems like we should be taking care of our own business in the West before we turn our attention to Aryan Road.
Agreed. If we don't quell this rebellion, the very kingdom could collapse in on itself. Of course, we can't turn a blind eye to the Empire's attack either, but taking the sword to these insurrectionists must be our top priority.
Indeed. Considering the relative urgencies of both situations, the trouble in the West takes precedence. That said, the thought of Aryan Road falling into her hands is a difficult one to stomach.
Send forth the Knights of Saros, then. We may be few in number, but even a small force can be all the difference when defending a siege. And given the debt we owe you, the Archbishop will surely not refuse you this favor.
Thank you, Sedith. I'll send an envoy to her at once. Go to Lady Rhea and request reinforcements from the knights at both Arundel and Aryan Road. Tell her, if Arundel proves too difficult to pacify, her knights should not hesitate to abandon it. If such an eventuality comes, they're to fall back to Aryan Road and hold the fortress with the others. Understood?
Yes, Your Majesty!
We don't have time to be sitting on our hands either. Let's hurry up and end this rebellion.
Right you are. There's not a moment to waste. We'll begin our war council at once.
I see. Then the regicide of our late King Lambert was orchestrated by none other than you and your accomplices here, Viscount Mateus. What's more, you had the audacity to pin the blame for your crime onto the innocent people of Duscar.
We did what we believed to be right, and we still believe it so. I bear neither shame nor regret for our actions.
Our hand was forced, Baron. We took no pleasure in the deed. But we could not lie down and allow Lambert to trample over us with his tyrannical policies.
His beloved Eastern lords may have submitted with naught but a whimper, knowing full well that they would always have the favor of the king. But we in the West refuse to play his game. It's as simple as that.
I understand the situation you found yourself in, but I fail to see the righteousness or necessity in the measures you chose. Of course, aspects of Lambert's reign troubled me as well. Yet one can never predict what may lie on the other side of a violent, radical revolution. With that understanding in mind, I decided to obey the late king's wishes. If you took issue with his policy, you should have made a formal protest. Surely a dialogue is a more preferable outcome to cold-blooded murder.
Any protest we made would never have drowned out the chorus of his blind devotees.
Wrong. His Majesty would have listened had you only explained your troubles. I'm sure of it. Instead, you cast aside your duties as his retainers, crawled into a fetid bed with the Empire, and ended his life like the base cowards you are. Well, the time has come to face judgment for your sins.
My. Do you really think yourself so different from them, dear Baron?
Cornelia, you scheming wretch.
Judgment for your sins? Do you think this is one of that decrepit church's tired old parables? Sorry, but you're part of this now, trapped here like the rest of us. So be a good little boy and do your part in sowing chaos in Fargus and the rest of Fodlan while you're at it.
Gustav, Annette, the success of this plan lies on your shoulders.
We've got this, Your Majesty. I swear, we'll make my uncle see the light.
You sure about this, Dimitri? I probably shouldn't be saying this in front of the Baron's relatives, but the Western Lords could end up convincing Baron Dominic to lead them once more. Killing him now could spare us a storm of grief later.
It would be quicker, I'll admit that. But convincing him to join our cause will pay dividends later on. I'm sure of it.
Not to mention that the Baron's eldest son possesses a crest of his own. Even if the father falls, what's to stop the other lords from promoting his heir as their standard-bearer?
That's exactly why I'd rather this end with Baron Dominic as an ally, not a corpse. But first, we'll need to whittle down the armies of the other Western lords. Only then can we seek an opportunity to reach him.
Dimitri, we should get moving.
Right you are. Our numbers in this battle will be few. Much of our army is off defending Aryan Road from the Empire. In other words, this fight shall not be an easy one. But we cannot afford to fail. And I will need all of your help to ensure we do not.
I wonder what the Dimitri of a few months ago would say if he could hear you now. For what it's worth, I like this version of you better. You seem more at ease.
At ease, Yes. Perhaps I am.
Look at you go, actually making friends. I can tell this has been quite a fulfilling time for you. Not to say I'm not pleased myself. I only hope you haven't forgotten your true purpose among all this camaraderie.
The Ashen Demon.
If you ever hope to reach the highest of heights, you need a powerful aspiration driving you forward. You know, when we first met, I was struck by the undeniable might of your will. Such strength laid bare the tremendous potential you hold for growth. But if you lose sight of your driving purpose, the growth I hope so dearly for you may not, in fact, come to pass.
Hey, Arvel.
Yes?
Don't you think you're getting a bit too obsessed with this little grudge match?
Maybe so. Though I don't believe that's all there is to it.
And my purpose? Why can't we just say it's fighting for Dimitri and call it a day? Right now, that's just as important to me as surpassing the Ashen Demon. Maybe even more so. Arvel, out with it.
I suppose it just feels like our destiny. Like it's something we're meant to do.
Viscount Mateus, Viscount Elidor, they sure aren't holding anyone back. But where's my uncle in all of this?
As we discussed, we will focus our efforts on persuading the Baron to join our cause and chip away at the others en route.
We march together. I will make my brother see reason if it is the last thing I do.
With all the progress we've made, the Western Lords are probably feeling the heat pretty hard. I bet he'll be receptive.
I'll do my best. win if we work together.
Begin the operation. Allow me to lend a hand.
I'll give it 1,000%. We can do it together.
We will proceed as planned. Allow me to help you. I can hold my own in a fight. We won't have much hope of persuading the Baron without you, Gustav. Stay vigilant.
Such foolishness! Now, show them the price of their folly. I'll keep you safe.
There are likely more awaiting us elsewhere as well. Stay vigilant.
Stay out of my way. Nobody's stopping me from reaching my uncle.
My apologies for the trouble. Let us continue onward.
Stand
What
down.
savage beasts! Dispose of them!
No matter what may come our way, we can fend them off so long as we stand together.
I won't give up.
Enough, Bolter!
Stand back! Tough luck! That should do it. Let's keep moving, Gustav. Tough luck! Going.
I'm going.
I got this!
Take a breather.
The Baron lies dead ahead. Onward!
uncle.
I must speak with you, my brother. Please.
Gustav, how did you break through?
So you mean to sway our precious Baron Dominic to your cause? Well, I won't allow it.
There are so many of them. I've got them. We can't let them reach my father.
You got my back?
Come with me!
We'll do it together! I've got you now!
Surely you see the Western Lords have no hope of winning this fight, my
Watch
brother.
and learn.
But together, we can put an end to that seductress.
Yet if I join them and we should fail, what becomes of us then? What becomes of the citizens of my barony?
Lambert died by Cornelia's hand, and she is who you choose to side with.
The decision was not one I took lightly, but I have a responsibility to keep my people safe. However, my heart lies not in this fight. If you can promise victory, then I will join you.
Tough luck!
Thank you, my brother. You will not regret this decision.
I'll do it.
Take a breather.
Perfect timing. Now, if you don't mind giving...
Not a problem. Move out!
I'm going.
With my uncle on our side, we've got nothing to be afraid of.
So this is the sting of betrayal, Allow me to put you in your place. Ah, my dear Titanus, hunt these beasts down.
Cannot afford to lose the Baron after all we've done to secure his cooperation. We must defeat the Western Lords and see him safe. Another one of Cornelia's weapons? Damage will be immeasurable if such a monstrosity is let loose.
Think you can help?
Here, come with me!
I'll show him what I've got! Not your day, huh? Try again tomorrow.
Such powerful attacks. Conventional tactics will not serve us much good here.
Tough luck!
Titanus, how? If I had only reinforced its shell further!
Got you!
That witch. She had that in her back pocket this whole time.
Our knowledge runs far deeper than you barbarians could ever hope to understand.
This was our only option, Your Majesty. The Western Lords would be...
No words can spare you now. You may plead your case to my father, beyond the veil of death.
Tough luck!
That's the last of the reinforcements. Things should be a little calmer now.
Let us march, my brother. We can reach Cornelia via the drawbridge to the east.
Got you! Tough luck!
dare you? Let's see how you like a taste of the Viscum's power.
Go and help.
What is this?
Those are the same weapons we fought back in Ferdiad. There must be a way to shut them down somewhere nearby.
A little help?
Here, come with me!
I'll show him what I've got! Not your day, huh? Try again tomorrow! I don't know what's up with those soldiers, but they're going after the Baron. As if we'll let them.
I've already seen those weapons back in Ferdiad. We know what to do. Form a Baron!
That was close. Let's go, Uncle.
Can't you just be good little rats and die like you're supposed to?
They just don't stop coming. Come on, let's take them out.
This may not halt the attacks, but it will at least lessen their impact.
I'll see you in hell, I guess.
I wish you'd work that hard all the time, Sylvain. I'm on it!
Tough luck!
Hear me well! Lower this drawbridge at once!
Is that Dominic? Yes, my lord, right away!
Thank you, Uncle. Just a little bit further now.
No, not yet! Tough luck! My word!
So, the come. On my life, you shall not break through!
We don't have time for this! No regrets! What's your code, boar?
Forgive the delay, Warrior King of Fargus. Allow us to join the fray.
Come! I will not forget this kindness. All units, forward!
Dusker? What do we do now?
Calm yourself, Ro. We still have plenty of cards up our sleeve.
Got you!
I'm on it!
More of those weapons! We'll never reach that witch now! Got you! I'll make sure...
Let us help you. We'll shut those things down.
Calling for reinforcements, are you? How rude. I suppose it's time for the Western Knights to make their appearance.
The enemy will reclaim those weapons should the warriors from Dusker fall. We must bolster their defenses.
These weapons continue to amaze me, no matter how many times we fight them. They're like nothing I've ever seen before. Not a problem. Move out!
I'm just keeping Fargus safe. Don't hold it against me.
Wow.
I still have a ways to go if I want to catch you.
That's one down. Let's get a move on to the next one. Where did Cornelia get these weapons in?
I'll make...
Anyway.
Tough luck!
I'm on it!
I will not let you lay a hand on them.
Think you can help?
Here, come with me!
I'll show him what I've got! Not your day, huh? Try again tomorrow! See ya!
We fought off the enemy reinforcements, but we must stay vigilant. Those guardian weapons cannot be defeated.
Little help?
Here, come with me! You're finished!
I'll show him what I've got! Not your day, huh? Try again tomorrow! That's that then. On to Cornelia.
Clever little vermin, aren't they? I'll need some time to reactivate the Viscum. I trust you know what to do, Count.
Yes, of course. I suppose that means I'll be going out there.
Ro himself is showing this battle, It matters not. Do what you must to protect those controls.
Worry not, King of Vargas. We will not let the controls fall into enemy hands.
We cannot let them reclaim those weapons. Do not allow the enemy near the strongholds.
Send help to the Dusker soldiers. They need assistance controlling those strongholds. We will be counting on you.
Tough luck!
By time, she says. How does she expect me to do so? I'm no fighter.
They knew what they were getting into.
I can always trust you to have my back.
Tough luck!
Cornelia! Help me! Why would she come to your aid now? You truly don't realize who you've allied with, do you? We've managed to fight them off for now. Nicely done, everyone.
I don't understand. Where did I go wrong?
Enough of this, Cornelia. None remains can shield you from our vengeance.
I'd hope to keep my hands clean, but it seems there's nothing for it. Entertain me, boy.
I'll make So, finally show yourself. There will be no escape for you this time.
You kingdom dogs are good at giving chase, I must admit.
It's only us and her now. But keep your heads on straight. And watch out for those weapons.
My, what a fascinating power you wield. Where did you get it?
I don't answer to you, but I'd be glad to give you a closer look.
A man of Dusker, I should have exterminated you when I had the chance.
Even were His Majesty to forgive the atrocities you committed, I never will.
Oh, good. Very good. Don't stop now. I'm actually enjoying this. What's this? Has the disgraced knight come to lecture me about loyalty?
Say what you will, witch. I will atone for my transgressions when I claim your head.
Now I'm mad.
You must live! They're wide open!
My turn?
I'll do it.
This ends now!
Out of soldiers already. I told Thomas I needed more than this.
Not much further. Everyone, together!
I lose? Curse this feeble flesh.
Seize the witch. It's time she told us the truth.
What a horrible way to treat a saint.
Your mages have met their end, Cornelia. And soon, so will you. You cannot warp yourself out of this. Now let me ask you again. What became of my stepmother? Does she yet live?
No, long dead, I'm afraid. She killed the husband who kept her from the sweet little daughter she loved so dearly, only to lose her own life at that same daughter's hand.
You can't mean...
Didn't I already tell you? Your stepsister has the answers. So this body has reached its end. How pitifully frail you all are.
If I seek the truth, I'll have to retrieve it from the Emperor herself. Cornelia said as much before her spirit left this realm. Only a fool would take that temptress at her word, but I do believe there is truth to her claim. Edelgard knows something. The Empire was surely involved in my father's death, and perhaps she was as well.
Hold on, Boar. You owe us all an explanation here. The Emperor is your stepsister?
My apologies. I suppose I never mentioned it.
So if I've got this straight, after you were born, your dad got remarried to her mom?
Correct. Though the truth of my stepmother's background was never revealed to the public, as you can imagine. Of course, all that is in the past now. There is no reason to keep hiding it from my closest allies.
Your Majesty, if I may, I can handle the explanation.
That will no doubt prove faster. You knew my father many years longer than I did.
It all started 20 years ago, when a dreadful plague ravaged Ferdiad. King Lambert's wife was among those claimed by its spread. In hopes of bringing an end to the epidemic, the king sought experts from across the land, scholars, doctors, mages. Among those, it was an imperial scholar by the name of Cornelia who finally turned the page on our suffering and put an end to the pestilence.
Oh yes, I've heard about that. She helped develop many of the districts in the capital as well, didn't she?
It's a little weird to think she's the one who planned out the places we all lived.
They even used to call her a saint. What could have happened to her to make her so different?
Interestingly enough, she never asked for any kind of reward for her feat. Well, at first. In lieu of any compensation, monetary or otherwise, she requested that we rescue one of her old friends from the Empire. Which is the story of how the late king came to meet his future wife, Lady Patricia. Or should I say, Lady Anselma.
I don't get it. Why would she need saving?
I'm not sure of all the details myself, but I know she was banished from the court after becoming involved in some sort of political dispute. Lambert always did have a soft spot for those in need. And of course, in the thick of all that, the two developed feelings for each other. It's difficult to say for sure if it was love, but it was something. Anyway, that's all I have.
Looking back on the events now, it's hard to know just how much of it was part of Cornelia's plot. In any case, I must learn more about my stepmother's death. I have no doubt it connects in some manner to the truth about the tragedy. Who was Cornelia working for? And what was Edelgard's role in all of it? If I truly want to know, well, there's only one person I can turn to.
You want to get answers from the Emperor of the very region we're at war with? Is that even possible? I mean, Edelgard is our enemy. She and her like have stamped the life out of so many of our allies. And we've done the same to hers. I don't see how the two sides could just sit down for a chat after all that.
Perhaps not. Make no mistake, she is still our bitter enemy. But I've no other choice. We've extracted all the information we could from the Western Lords. And as Cornelia has departed this world, the Emperor is the only one left we can turn to. Gustav, I'll be leaving reconstruction of the West to you and the Baron.
Understood, Your Majesty. Do you mean to make for Aryan Road?
Indeed I do. Even the most impregnable fortress in all Fodlan cannot hold off an onslaught forever. I know not how or when Edelgard will make her presence known, but we must hold the Silver Maiden, by any means necessary.